What's up, everyone? This is This What It Is? And I'm your host, Gunvid. Yeah. Rolling up. Look, right, so I don't got too much planned for this show today because I'm just fucking, like, what is there to talk about? I'm waiting for the fucking NBA playoffs to start because I don't understand the whole fucking play-in thing. I don't fucking get it. Like, I understand it's like, okay, boom. Like, some teams are fucking, they're versing each other to get to the playoffs. But, like, I don't understand really how the fucking brackets work, or I don't know. I was looking at it the other day on the NBA website, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll understand when the playoffs start, and I was like, then I could see how it played out. But I don't know. I don't know about the play what? Fucking play the game, all right? Play basketball, and then we'll see who wins. That's it. And then, yeah. Alright, man. I'm rolling up. Actually, I'm crushing up Bud. About to roll a Dutch. But anyway, yeah, so UFC 314, we had Alexander Volkanovski win his belt back at featherweight. And then, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but there was a funny moment after the fight. He must have got paid to go to this club because, like, I don't know if he would have went if they didn't pay him, because his face was like pretty badly cut up, and he even said his daughter was like crying when she saw his face. But anyway, so they got this video of him. He's walking in the club with this fucking belt on his shoulder, like going to celebrate the win. And these girls are looking at him like, oh shit, like, fucking, who the fuck just beat the shit out of this guy? They were looking at him, they were like fucking cringing. And like I said, I'm not a hater. I'm actually a fan of Volkanovski. I met him outside of Madison Square Garden one day, and I was like, yo, you're a fucking savage, bro. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, that was definitely a cool moment. So I was like, and that was before he became champion. Like, I'm not gonna say I knew he was gonna be a champion, but I knew he'd be like a great fighter in the UFC. It was like, I don't know exactly when it was. I think it was around the time Masvidal fought Nate Diaz at MSG. I think it was like after the fight. So yeah, I'm not hating on him, but it was just mad funny, like how they were like looking at him and like like they were like cringing because, like, bro, his face was like pretty badly cut, but he still won the fight. But anyway, yeah, then there was this video of him on stage another time, like years ago or whatever, and he was on stage at like a concert, and there was music playing. And he didn't know how to dance at all, so he just like was mad awkward, and he just like started shadow boxing and just like walking back and forth, like slowly pacing, like trying to fucking Paul somehow like dance to the music. But it was just mad funny and awkward, and it just shows how these fighters sometimes they get like really out of touch with fucking whatever you want to call it, like fucking cool people culture. I don't know what to call it. Or like club fucking etiquette or whatever, nigga. Like there's fucking there's a few things you don't do at the club. You don't show up with mad cuts on your face. And then another thing you don't do is fucking start shadow boxing because you don't know how to dance. I mean, the same goes for concerts too, because he was shadow boxing at a concert. But anyway, like, you know, you don't do that, bro. You just make yourself look mad stupid. But anyway, he probably just went to the club because he was getting paid. I don't know. I don't really care, but yeah, that was like, you know, that was mad awkward, bro. And it's not like he was like going there to try to pick up girls. Like, in his defense, you know, he's already married, he got kids, so he's not worried about that. That's why I'm like, you know, I think he just got paid to go there. But anyway, it's just mad funny because it's like these girls looking at him like, what the fuck happened to this kid? But he won the fight, you know, so congrats to him. Word up. And honestly, I think probably a lot of other UFC fans feel like this. I'm still coming down off the high of UFC 314 because that was a fucking sick card, yo. Like, and now that I'm thinking about it, last year we had some great cards, right? But like, I feel like that card was way better than any of the cards last year and any of the fight cards so far this year, because like I said in the last episode, like, it's rare to have such a great fight card. And not only that, it's rare to have all the fights, pretty much all the fights live up to the hype, you know? I feel like sometimes, like, the UFC, they put on good fights and then it'll end up being like a fucking shitty fight and the fans are mad at the UFC almost, but like, you know, the UFC, they can just make the fights. They're not fucking, you know, they're not scripting these fights. Like, perfect example, right? They call this the worst fight in UFC history, and it is. It is by far the worst fight in UFC history. And that's saying a lot because there have been some shitty fights in the past. But, okay, I know a lot of you are going to remember this, and a lot of you already know what fight I'm talking about. When they booked Derek Lewis to fight Francis Ngannou, the build-up for the fight, like the hype for that fight was like, they were talking about it like it had the potential to be the best fight in UFC history. Like, really, like, and if you look at their highlights, that was, you know, it made sense for people to be like, oh shit, this might be the best fucking fight ever, because those guys are both savages. Like, they got a lot of knockouts. But what ended up happening is both of them were like really gun shy the whole fight because neither of them wanted to get knocked out. So literally for the whole fight, they were pretty much just fucking throwing feints and like halfway punches, you know? They didn't commit to anything. I don't think any of them landed a significant strike. And it was just the worst fucking fight you could think of. I mean, fucking horrible. So yeah, so, you know, it was great to have a fight card like that, UFC. 3:14, and I think actually it's difficult to pick between Yair and Paddy Pimblett as far as who had the best performance in their fight. Actually, I'm gonna say it's even, because I was gonna say Yair had the best performance of the night, but what Paddy Pimblett did to Michael Chandler in that fight, I mean, that was like, especially at the end, that was like some shit you see in a fucking horror movie. Like, if you look at Michael Chandler's face, he had a fucking really bad cut on the left side of his face, and one under his right eye. So yeah, shout out to Yair and Paddy, because they went crazy. So yeah, that was fucking dope, yo. That was dope. Hopefully the UFC could keep up this momentum and put on some more great fight cards, because that was fucking dope. Word up. Alright, sorry, I was just like fucking doing some shit. But anyway, yeah, sports. Word up. Word up. Okay, this fucking weed takes like a year to break down. And it's not even like it's dense, it's just like fucking, I don't know, I think I just take a lot of time to crush and roll up, because I'm like focused on talking, you know. I'm not really, I'm just like on autopilot with this rolling up process, and I'm just really thinking about whatever I'm talking about. So anyway, I went go-kart racing the other day, and that shit was mad fun. Like, it was my first time going go-kart racing, and it was an indoor track, and it was just fucking sick, yo. Like, racing is one of the best sports ever, because you know, it's real simple. Just get past the fucking finish line before everyone else, and you win. But at this racetrack, it was more like fucking, like about lap times and shit. And, yeah, that shit was pretty cool. But one thing I hated is that, okay, in the first lap, the person that I went with, they spun out in front of me. And I was like about to fucking crash into them, and then I spun out, and I was like so fucking mad at them. And then in the second race, I spun out, and then I was so fucking mad, because like when you spin out on the track, they gotta like, okay, so the go-karts, they're electric, so like they can control how fast you go. So like when you spin out, they gotta fucking slow down everyone else, and like, you know, until you can fucking get your shit together. And then like for the rest of the lap, they're just fucking going mad slow. And I think like the next lap, you can start going fast again. But like, yeah, that was fucking sick. Like, it's funny, I got like a love-hate relationship with that shit now, because I'm like, I kind of want to go back, but then I don't want to go back, because I'm like, fucking, what if I spin out again and it just fucking, you know? Like, yeah, I feel bad for kind of fucking up the race, but like, I'm not gonna lie, it's more of a selfish reason why I don't want to spin out. It's like, it's because I know I'm a great driver, and so if I fuck up, I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm supposed to be great, nigga, what? But, yeah, word up. go-karts and shit. Alright, so yeah. You know, I'm not done rolling up. So I'm just keep talking sports. Okay, yeah, sports. Alright, I checked the Mets record yesterday. Actually, last night. And then I was like, yeah, the Mets are doing pretty good now, you know? They're fucking, they're like 10-5. Then I checked the Dodgers record and they're like fucking 11-5. I'm like, alright, you know? At least they got 5 losses, nigga. Fuck the Dodgers, nigga. You fucking cornballs, nigga. You niggas mad corny, bro. You got a whole fucking... First of all, that team that they got, they shouldn't be allowed to have that team, nigga. I don't give a fuck if it's another sport. But if the NBA didn't let... If the NBA didn't let Kobe Bryant have Chris Paul on his team, you guys shouldn't be able to have fucking Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and fucking Mookie Betts all on the same team, nigga. Nigga, the LA Dodgers, they got like a fucking whole all-star team, nigga. What the fuck is that, bro? Yo, it's like if they took like an all-star team and they just put them on one team, nigga. That nigga Freddie Freeman went crazy last year in the playoffs and World Series. He was hitting mad fucking grand slams, nigga. Like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? This nigga wildin', bro. Nigga, that's who the Mets should have got. Freddie Freeman, nigga. We should have got Freddie Freeman. Not fucking Juan Soto, nigga. Nigga just paid Juan Soto all that money, and he wasn't even the fucking best player on the Yankees. I think, no, Judge or fucking Stanton. I think they're both better than him. And you fucking, what, you pay this guy way more? And I don't fucking care, bro. Good for him, he got that money. I'm not hating, I'm just saying from a organization's perspective, that's a stupid fucking move. Like, you got a guy, Francisco Lindor, on the Mets that's better than him. So how much are you going to pay Lindor now? Every game I pretty much see Lindor is outperforming Soto. And you give this guy fucking 700, 700 what? How many fucking millions? I don't know, bro. But honestly, I feel like the fucking Mets are just gonna, like, trade him or something. Like, I feel like that fucking number was just, like, to get attention. I don't know, man. But that's crazy, bro. Because you got Freddie Freeman, right? Alright, if Freddie Freeman fucking hit mad grand slams in the playoffs and World Series, and he was mad clutch in the World Series, right? If he did that, how much is he gonna get paid now? Because Juan Soto lost and he got paid that much. If I'm Freeman's agent, I'm like, yo, whenever he's fucking signing that new contract, I'm gonna just show up to the office with a paper that has Freeman stats and Soto stats and be like, nigga, look at what this guy got paid, and he's the loser, okay? You gotta pay this nigga Freddie Freeman like $900 million for like fucking 7 years now. Because like the NFL, right, with the contracts, once one player gets, like, you know, once they get a certain amount, like a high amount that's never been paid out before, if you're a player that has better stats than that guy, you gotta be fucking asking for way more money than that guy. And so, since we're talking about football, let's go back to football, because this is going to be really interesting this next season. Because, okay, so you had the Chiefs make it to 3 straight Super Bowls. So, like, we've never had a team make it to 4 straight Super Bowls. Like, I don't even got to look it up, but I know it's never happened before. But, like, if you're on the Chiefs, right, if you're Andy Reid or you're Mahomes, and you know that's never been done before, this got to be an interesting upcoming season, because you pretty much know you're probably not going to make it. So what is the motivation? Not just what is the motivation. I mean, like, what is the mindset of the Chiefs this year? Because obviously the goal is to win, right? And all these players, they want to win, right? But this is just going to be really interesting to see where their hunger is at, because they probably know they're not going to get the same calls anymore. People are tired of this shit. People are tired of the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs know. They know the refs were helping them, Like, if you're on a team and the refs are showing favoritism towards you, you're going to know it. You're going to be like, yo, what? Like, that call shouldn't have gone my way. And now they know they're not going to get those calls. So that might fuck with their confidence when it comes to making it to the Super Bowl. And, just doing as great as they did before. Because, yeah, like I said, the fucking Jets should have beat them. But the refs bailed them out. So now they know, like, oh shit, we almost lost to a team like the Jets, nigga. Now if the refs aren't on our side, what the fuck are we gonna do? The Chiefs are fucked this year. Fuck out of here. And we're tired of them. Fuck out of here, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, I'm not even mad at her at all. But even she's probably fucking tired of the NFL. Like, get these fucking cameras off my face, nigga. What? Every second you have the fucking NFL putting the camera on Taylor Swift and making people hate her for no reason. She's probably like, nah, fuck that shit. You're not putting the cameras on me so much anymore. She's probably having people in real life and in her comments probably like fucking curse her out and shit about her being on TV so much. And she's like, nigga, I didn't ask for this, nigga. She's just going to support her boyfriend and shit. So yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift, because in her career, she's gotten a lot of bullshit for something that she didn't do. Like, remember when Kanye West was like, oh, he fucking interrupted her? And then she was getting shit over that. Like, fucking, it wasn't Kanye's fault. I mean, I don't know if people really fucking bothered her about that, but, like, she was involved in fucking drama for something that wasn't in her control or wasn't a result of her actions. So I don't know. I feel like, I feel like people should just chill out with the whole fucking going crazy on Taylor Swift shit, because it's not really her fault. It's not her fault. So yeah, there's that. And honestly, the NFL needs Taylor Swift. Like, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't need she's already rich as fucking mad famous, nigga. She doesn't need fans from the NFL, nigga. So yeah, I'm almost finished rolling up. And word up. So if you appreciate this episode, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. This is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunvid.